Okay. Yes, on this side of the room.
Do you guys just do a specific genre, or do you do many different?
Great question. We do, I mean, our mostly nonfiction self-help books were several years, but now we actually have a fiction division, a children's division, and a faith division. We published, you know the guy's name from 700 Club that we did? One of the hosts? It wasn't Pat Roberts, it was one of the other people. But so we have 4 divisions. So we do a little bit of everything. We want a good book, and we want an author we love. And an author that we can teach. Here's the biggest difference, just major publishers, Simon Schuster, HarperCollins, etc., want a proposal, a book proposal, and they want, you've heard this over and over again, a platform, right? And you're hitting this wall because they're saying, look, we don't want you. You don't have 100,000 people who get your newsletter. You haven't been on the Today Show. And it's like, so there's this catch-22. How can I build a platform if I don't have a book? And they say, well, you can't have a book until, we don't want you unless we know you're going to sell 25,000 books. So they want you to have a relationship with at least 100,000 people who either read your blog, have seen you, heard you speak, whatever. So with us, you don't have to have a huge platform. That is the good news. What you need to have is a willingness to learn and to do new things and just grow. And we published several books with, so we want to just fall in love with you. And if you have a little platform, that's good. Just, be teachable, and we'll work with you. Last question. I know we want to end it. One more. Jim, will you answer this? You're smarter than I am. Okay.
Do you utilize print on demand? And the focus on bookstore kind of a two-part question. They must then be returnable in order for bookstores to accept them.
Yes,
great question.
That is true. All of our books are 100% returnable. So we follow all the guidelines with bookstores. They're returnable. And, it's always said in the industry the bookstores have X amount of time to return a book, but the fact of the matter is they can return a book at any point. So we just don't make it difficult. What we do with return books, as opposed to coming back and destroying them, that a lot of publishing companies do, we'll put them back in inventory. We'll use those for authors who are doing events if they want to have books available. So we're constantly going to reuse those as long as they're not damaged and they are reusable in some way. But there's some things that we can do to claim those. We have fewer returns than most because we do a little different when we print. We're not going to, part of what we're going to do is we're not going to print 25,000, 30,000 copies of a book, flood the market, hope they sell, and then take back 90% of them. And that's typically what happens. What we're going to do is we go to sales conferences just like everyone else, and we meet with the sales team, we meet with the buyers, we get realistic expectations as to what the stores are looking to buy in on or near the public release date. So then what we do is we go about 30% above that, and we have that in inventory. So we'll always have stock in inventory. What goes out, we'll always have inventory, and then we do use print on demand as a backup. So we're never going to run short on books. We're always going to have a mechanism in place to get books out when we're needed. And it also gives us the opportunity to keep books around forever. Because one of the things traditional publishers all face, and every author faces when you go down a publishing model where someone else is in control, is the destiny of your book relies strictly on numbers. And at some point, a bean counter is going to come in, and they're going to say, hey, we're producing this book, but it's no longer selling well. So now we have to face the decision of, do we print another 10,000 to 15,000 books, or do we just pull it out of inventory and put it to sleep, and no one ever sees it again? But with our model, instead, what we do is we let it retire to print on demand, and whatever the cycle is, if it only sells 10, 15, 20 copies a month, 10, 15, 20 copies a year, as long as it's doing what it needs to do for you, we'll keep it around forever. Does that help?
Cool. So, and look, we're not here to sell you more. We're here to help you, whether it's getting self-published, POD, experiments great with us, or we're here to help you find a literary agent that can sell you to Simon Schuster, HarperCollins. We'll talk about book proposals, et cetera, but we're going to be here till Sunday and to be of service to you folks. So I hope all of you stick around for the weekend, and we're here to answer any questions that you have. Great to meet all of you. We'll see you at lunch, and we'll see you over the next 3 days.
Thank you, guys.
We're not quite done yet. Rick has done numerous books with us, and I'm happy that we have 2 books. One that went international bestseller, Ready, Aim, Soar. We have 2 of those to send to someone in the audience. And The Voyage to Your Vision, which we did last year, won an eLit Gold Award. And so we'll be celebrating that today a little later. But Rick, if you would like to do the honors.
Tell me what to do.
You know, we do this all the time.
Oh, yeah. Where's Oh, more. All right, right here. That's the beginning of
Okay, come on up.
All right. We'll give you more. And you all got a free book from us, the entrepreneurial author, too.
Oh, and I wanted to also mention
Yeah.
that even if you didn't catch the stress ball,
Yep.
David Hancock has given all of you in your bag the entrepreneurial author. So
Yep,
you
so you all got
have
that.
this again in your bag.
So, so what do we have now? Do we have lunch or up to you? One more thing. Okay, so I'll get off.
One more person that had collected a frisbee? We have an award, Rick, for you and for David.
Cool.
And Jim, did you want to come up and accept?
Yeah, yeah.
First, we'll get you your book.
And you're you. All right.
There you go.
Take a picture. Cool.
Right here?
Right here. All right. Great. So, oh my goodness. look at that.
Okay. So, as Rick mentioned, Orvin James and Rick and David do amazing things with Habitat for Humanity. And so we would like to honor them with our Mindfulness in Action Award. And Jim is going to...
That'd be great. Perfect. All right.
Okay,
Thank
very
you.
good. Thank you, guys. Wonderful.
All right. Thank you.